Oops. Okay. Oops. Oh. Okay. Nope. You can't. You can't slide spin under that, idiot. What? Holy shit. How'd I get stopped by the turtle? Oh, it dropped my. It's dropped my slide. Nice. I'm surprised. I'm surprised I lived through that. Imagine using analog. Oh. Hmm. Oh, it dropped like 2 inputs that time. Damn. Huh. I don't remember how to do that. I don't remember how to stay above the map. Or above the level. That's definitely not how you do it, though. That's also not how you do it. How do I do that again? Just like that. Oops. Oh. I forgot where the hole was. Almost did the same damn mistake twice. Yep, I deloaded the walls again. Okay. Nice. I'm guessing that the whole problem with the D-pad might actually just come down to the actual, like, shell, because I switched, like, everything, and my, My controller seems to still be having zigzagging issues in the same places. I like switched out the parts since at the moment I'm actually using my my old PS1 controller that I was using before. Analog strats. Oh. Wow, really? I guess you just don't slide there. The trick there is just to spin late as fuck. Pretty much. It's gonna miss that, yep. It was the right side, not the left side. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Damn. It really do be like that. I zigzagged a little too hard there. Yeah. Oh. Jumped too early. What? Hola, Iñaki. ¿Cómo estás? There we go. Ah, damn it. Come on. I fucking suck. Okay. Gonna have to wait here. There we go. Perfect. Here we go. Got it. Here we go. Is this Crash or Sonic? This is definitely Crash. Ah, I didn't make that cycle. Ah, come on! Fuck you. This game is just very, very fast-paced. Drop the input. Damn it. Fuck you. Skip that. Damn it. I don't know why I'm got my hand on the analog stick. It's weird. There we go. Do I know the game called Psychonauts? I do, but I've never played it. I may play it at some point, but I'm not sure. Oh. Hmm. If the runs are cool, I might check them out. Hmm? Go. Too early. There we go. Extended slide. Damn. Oof. Not very comfortable with that. It's fine though. Noob analog strats. Did I press triangle enough? I guess I didn't. Oh, hey. Oof. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Casual analog strats. Oh shit. Where's the stick on this thing? I don't remember. Mm. I don't remember. Eh. Boop, 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 Okay. See ya. Good luck on the studying. Buena suerte. Ah, puta madre, tío. Okay. Everything's good. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. Sir! What's up, dude? Just being lazy. Hola, muchita. Muchachita. ¿Cómo estás? Pro de oscuro. Yo, what's up, Trell? Pro del oscuro. That is the only Spanish I know. I literally just said, D-Pro in Spanish. No, sí, tío. Yo, D-Pro. Tú, Permejí. Hola, ¿cómo estás? No, no soy español. No soy de España. Soy de los Estados Unidos, tío. No sé por qué, pero tiene un acento de España. Y no sé por qué. Soy de España, jaja. No sé por qué. Pretty sure D-Pro in Spanish is D-Pro. Yeah, you are right. So what's up, Hermejillo? Dude, what the fuck was happening? Like, while I was speaking Spanish, it just, like... I just completely, like... stopped paying attention to what was happening. And then all of a sudden, I'm just like, oh yeah, so I'm getting this gem real quick. I went so fucking autopilot. Yeah, basically, in short, the guy is like, oh, "Are you sure you're not Spanish? You sound like 100% from here." And then I'm just like, "Nah, man." Somehow, I don't really know how, but I have a Spain accent when I speak Spanish. I've never been to Spain. I don't have any Spanish-speaking family at all. I'm literally the only one in the fucking family that can speak Spanish. Going full autopilot's a real man's way to speedrun. Yeah, dude. There's a storm going on and off there in Tarifa. Damn, dude. Ah! I knew that was going to win. You got shunned by both the Quebecois for being... Stopped overraining. Damn, dude. And yes, pero as you can see, I have improved my Spanish. Finally. Damn it, I missed it. Fucking fuck. When your French is not France enough. Dude, the French are just fucking like... Well, I don't get what the hell it is with like the French and being super judgmental. France. Like pretty much every single French person except for and I do mean French, I don't mean Quebecois. Um Pretty much every single like French person that I know that I've tried to get close to anyways, aside from one, was like hyper judgmental. Not to say that there aren't good French people out there, but shit. Wait, isn't this warp? No, this is the not 5. Okay. Nah. Spanish people enjoy destroying their own language. Well, see, the French want to preserve their language, but look how many, like, English loan words are in, like, France French. Le weekend, le match. Ah, crap. Le footing. And to be fair, in Spanish, you do have el jogging, but I mean, who cares? Wait, no, it's worse. El footing. Footing. I'll never get over how I found that particular strat. So like, um, so like I was doing a hundo run, I forget when, and I was like really fucking burnout, right? Oh, excuse me. Um, oh, Boom Fan's gonna get a kick out of this shit. Top tier language research and development. Dude, it's makeable. It's so makeable. It's so makeable, dude. Dude, you can't tell me that's not makeable. See, meanwhile, in English, we don't even have, like, we don't have that much, okay. In English, we don't really have that much, standardization. We do, but we also don't. Also, there was this one day where I was really tired, and I wasn't paying attention, and you see this, like, TNT. I basically did that, and I was like, oh shit. Well, there goes my run. And then, well, ends up I didn't die to the TNT, so it's like, oh yeah, so this is like the freest shit ever. And that was like hilarious, because I mean, like, okay, there's one more. Huh. Yep. This is what practice is for. This is what I made these files for. I did end up finding my other PS1 memory card, by the way. When I finally cleaned my room. I still need places to store my shit, though. Morning Doom. La reconcha la lora. See, everybody does fucking, like, Ruination first, except I think for Boom Fan. Actually, no, I think he does as well. Nope. Can't zigzag well enough. Seriously? I embedded? But usually when you embed and you're not... Usually when you embed and you're not crouching, you can jump out of it. So, I was a little confused there. Usually. Oh, okay. That was like two jump inputs, eaten. Oof. First of all, I shouldn't have even, like, been alive there. How the fuck did I end up over there? Okay. I check it out like a little bitch. Ooh, that's much easier than what we used to do. Suck it, game. I still get the W. So I actually took apart the PS1 controller that I had, and then I actually put some of the parts from that into my old controller to see if I could get the D-pad to be better. Didn't work, unfortunately. Very unfortunate, but what can you do? You know, it is always nice to see D-Pro popping up every now and again. Been watching a lot of Crash 2 lately? Well, yeah, of course, because, like, there's a lot of Crash 2. You should set up your PAL PS2 again. Yes, you should. Need turbo. I probably could have made that cycle, but I didn't. I really did not wish to risk it. Ah, crap. Dang. Huh. Eh. I was expecting it. Whew. That was really early. Okay. I don't know why I failed that the other day, because I tried that and I just kind of failed it. It's really weird. Fuck it, I'll try it. I'll do it again. I do need the extra practice. Ah. Fuck you too, game. Andy's just welcoming me back. What was that? Hello, Andy. Okay, that death actually was my own fault. But a lot of the inputs that I'm getting here are a result of the game like lagging really bad. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Who needs lights? Seriously. Oops. Okay, I got that. I honestly forget what kind of routing I should be doing. Meh. Fuck. I could try for the dupe, but... Why did I do that? Damn. Dropping my inputs all the fucking time. Ooh. Okay. Try dropping them there. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I'm just doing it wrong. Making it back without the platform sucks. That is indeed a me moment. That feel when you use D-pad. Or, I mean, that feel when you use analog. Hands are a little bit cold. Huh. Got the right side snipe. Ah, come on! Oh well. Huh? Explain. Explícame, game. Oof. Okay. There we go. Easy. Es fácil. Demasiado fácil. Chess. Yeah, fun fact, this is literally the only, this is the only level that I actually have, like, the box count memorized. Well, that and kinda, sorta, digging it. Since, I did learn the dupe. I gotta get rid of this mask. Problem solved. Please? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I saw. I'm waiting for Smartkin to come with the 109. What? How did I not land on that? What? Ah. Can't I just not actually land on that? I forget. No, not that part. That's what I thought, but like... Okay, that one's just dumb. Ah, crap. No, I wasn't making that. I got a mask, bitches. The fuck do you got? Let's see if I can do jetpackless first try, or while skipping actually getting the jetpack. It seems that I have I might not have put the controller fully back together. Oh. Okay. Now I know why it was having a problem. It's because the start and select buttons aren't put back together properly. Okay. No, I already fucked it up. Crap. Ah! That was odd. I'm gonna see if I can actually catch the cycle. Nope, I failed. Great. I'm not even going for that. Okay, that makes this infinitely better than the than whatever attempt I did like last week or whatever, whenever the hell that was. Eh. Hey, look at that! I actually beat Piston. Damn, I didn't know it was physically fucking possible. Da 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 da. Ah. Okay, whatever. Oh shit. Nope. Ah, fuck. Okay, I got the stick, so I kind of made up for the time. Ah! Damn. This is honestly a lot easier, a lot more fun to attempt. Than than not going for the, than going for, just not going for the checkpoint, is what I meant to say. Huh. That should be able to catch the cycle a little earlier. Yeah. And it should be able to catch that cycle. Yeah. Oops. Okay. I still might be able to catch the cycle. Maybe. Barely. I should have jumped around it. I'm gonna jump around that. Damn. Too slow. Ooh, that's pretty early on in the cycle. Hey Zoe, what's up? Why am I doing that when, like... See, extending the fucking slide there. Much better. Way better. Nice pity masks. Make me lose my fucking pity masks, you bastard. Damn. Well, that's one way to lose a pity mask. That's not how you do that. That is not how you do that. That's a little better. Please. I completely forgot how to do that area, so I mean, that's just how it came out. Ah, come on. Yeah. Don't do that, you stubborn son of a bitch. Come on. Yeah, no. Jetpackless and jetpackless is not going to happen until I open this damn controller back up and the start and select buttons properly fixed. Shame, but hey, I actually got it. But I wasn't gonna practice it anyways. Because even if I do. Huh. Get the box. Huh. That wasn't too bad. A little slow, but albeit not too bad. Yeah! Oh no! I don't have the death route. What do I do? Holy crap, look at the lag. Damn. Dropped input. I always love how the graphic on that one thing is just non-existent. Easy peasy. I might do a run. I'm feeling pretty good right now. Do it, I won't. I mean, it's not gonna be a PB, that's for fucking sure, but... Nah. I'm still too rusty. I'm still too rusty, and I still have way too many things to actually learn. However, that does not mean that I don't plan on working myself to actually getting to PB status, because I do. There you go. Okay, let's bring up the auto splitter.
Listen up. We are.
Okay. So... let's... I can't actually see my mouse. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's, I'm going to start recording, because in case I get a decent run... How did I not change the split name?
Press start to begin.
Jeez. Oh, fuck. Huh?
Crash Bandicoot 2.
Huh? What?
Press start.
What do you mean?
Begin.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Put it in here. There we go. Ah, the auto splitter's just being kind of stupid. There we go. It's good. Hmm. Ah. The game has reached its it has reached the input drop zone. Where it's going to do everything in its power to drop my inputs. Okay. Area Andy, this is a no input zone. Hey Cratchit. Appreciate the luck. There we go. Oh. Ah, fuck. And I get shoes. Casual, analog NSS, by the way. Oh, I got the stick, nice. I remember this comparison, but I do not remember the Uh-oh. The logic behind the times. No, puta madre. Huh. I was way too far forward there. Imagine using analog. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. Come on, get back on track. Okay. Damn it. Okay. Whatever, I'll take it. Okay. Jesus, is this gonna be a 15-minute long warp room? Okay, D-pad. Slow the fuck down, please. No need to have a fucking aneurysm. Damn. There really is no saving this. Wait, what? Okay. Double okay. Okay. Hi. Oh shit. Danza with the host. Thanks for the host. Hope the runs were good. Thanks for the luck, Ned. And didn't PB but fun runs. Yeah. There's no way I'm gonna PB. Anytime soon because I need to derust like mad. Ooh. Ooh. What cycle am I on? I can make it. Yeah, there we go. Just so you have a little bit of context, I made these splits like 5 years ago. So like except for this one here. So like everything is stupid. A lot more stupid than if I were to go back and rename them now. I've just been too lazy to do so. This one in particular was probably the stupidest one, which is why it's the only one I've renamed. Imagine getting a imagine not subbing 15 for Warp 1. That's actual comedy. Shit, dude. So, what time did you get, Danza? If you completed any runs? I think you said your PB was at 135? Right? I don't like doing it that way. You're going to get another, oh, went the wrong way. Oh well. Another 137, so you reset. Understandable. Missed it? Damn. Fine. The splits that I'm using, I mean, first of all, these are comparison. Second of all, they're not actually my PB splits. You just need to start getting more consistent. Yeah. Consistency is really hard to come by in this game, at least initially. But, I mean, I had a pretty fair amount of consistency back in 2015, 2014, 2015, I was decently consistent. But, I believe when I actually got my current PB, not the one that's tracked with these splits, but my actual current PB. I'm pretty sure that that was when I was doing my transitional period to zigzag and SS, which of course like killed my consistency. Because, you know, when you're so used to just doing just curl sliding and stuff, you have your own comfort. You have comfort with your movement. And now, like, since I'm past that transitional period, but I never got fully consistent. I never really upped my skill level enough to sub 117, despite the fact that I always had the capability to do so. And then, you know, 6-year-ish hiatus. What's the difference between a zigzag NSS and a curl slide? Pretty easy. So, here's the difference. With a zigzag NSS, you curl in the opposite direction after you curl in one direction. Or you give multiple, or you do multiple curls. That's the difference between a zigzag slide and a curled slide. Really, what you're doing when you're zigzagging is you're taking the speed from a curl slide and pushing it into the forward direction. Because when you move diagonally, your forward momentum is actually the exact same as you would, you know, be running normally. So, when you slide diagonally and then you change to a straight angle, you have that diagonal, the speed of that diagonal going into the forward momentum. If that makes any sense. I'm not really sure if that makes sense, but like, that is pretty much my understanding of it. But we've said in the community a lot, which I believe is false for a couple of reasons. Zigzag more, but since the idea is you want to actually have the actual diagonal speed going to forward, you don't necessarily have to zigzag more, you just need to turn more to actually get the best or most amount of speed. If you have a really good zigzag, then it doesn't matter as much. But if you don't, it's not like, just because you're doing more inputs does not mean you're going faster. So you could see a good example of it when I'm say going forward and backwards. I usually do about 3-ish zigzags when I'm doing my NSS, but when I'm going sideways, I usually do 2. Or, well, 3-ish diagonal inputs, and 2 when I'm going sideways. Now, there is another way to gain speed in the game, and that's called wall boosting. It's the same idea as a zigzag, but the thing is that the invisible walls of, say, these levels actually, like, take your diagonal speed and shove it to forward. So when you see me, okay. So, like, see right there, it's literally just diagonal going straight. It's the exact same concept, it's just used in a completely different way. Because for some reason the wall, like, redirects your momentum. Specifically the invisible walls, because, so, one of the, if you know about, Project Deluge, and then, like, the actual, like, previous Hidden Palace project that came out, which gave a bunch of Crash prototypes. These levels don't have invisible walls, and because of that, you can't do any wall boosting in, Because of that, you can't do any wall boosting in these levels in the Crash 2 prototype, the E3 one. This game has a lot of very interesting and, like, intricate mechanics. That, like, usually, especially since, like, the community's a bit older than a lot of communities, like, say, you know, the modern Halo community, for example, where most people are new. There's a lot of older people, but most people are new. Crash, specifically the Crash trilogy, is not really made up of a lot of new people, except for like a recent resurgence in this game. A lot of tutorials just really aren't there because tutorials and like the desire to make a lot of tutorials come from a different from more recent people, whereas the people who ran the Crash trilogy outside of Crash 1 are from more of like a 2013, 2014 era where we didn't necessarily have tutorials. So there's not a lot of stuff in this game that's really spoken about. A lot of it's just like you either get it from somebody specifically telling you, or you learn it from your own experiences. And since the games have been relatively quiet ever since the current couple of generations of speedrunners, where tutorials started being like necessary. People started being like, hey, I really want to run this game, but I can't. I don't know anything about it. Could you make a tutorial? A lot of those people just never existed in these games. So that's why, like, you don't see too many tutorials in this game. Or in Crash 3, though I would assume that Crash 3 has more of that. Someone answered, just press 3 buttons! That too. At some point, there's probably going to be a Crash 2, like, tutorial thing. But I mean, it's like I said, a lot of the people are older runners. People who have been running for a while, so they have a bit more of an older mindset, kind of like me. So, like, it's more so, the tutorials aren't really needed, is the thought process of people that came around my era. Whereas in, the current era, it's like, tutorials are everywhere. It is needed in the current climate, but back then it's more like it's not. Well, see, the interesting thing is that when I started learning this game back in 2014-ish, that was back when Bean was a big guy. And yeah, I also thought that. I thought it was just slide spinning. But NSSing, like, you kinda... We had to figure this stuff out on our own. And, like, back when I started, since people used Bean didn't curl slide. Curl sliding was like... curl sliding was, like, practically a sin. Well, not really a sin, but it was like, oh man, well, we're supposed to not touch the D-pad. Why would you do that? And then there was Sword, who was using analog. And then there were a couple of runners, namely me, Smartkin, I think, and a couple of others who basically kind of like started figuring out, oh hey, you can curl your slide. But it was more like, well, this just makes sense. Bean focused a lot on not dying, yeah. Bean focused a lot on not dying, and he really wanted to just use his strats. They were his strats, and like he wanted to get better using his strats instead of improving himself, which is why people really were upset with him, really didn't like him, was because, you know, it's like, you have all this skill, you've been running this game for so long, but you refuse to kind of like take the advice of the people who work their fucking asses off. We don't talk about Trihex. But yeah, like, it's the idea of, like, we worked our asses off to, like, help the game that we saw you run, we looked up to you, and you just kind of say, well, who cares about what you did? I only care about what I did. Is kind of how the things went, how people felt, I think. Eventually, Bean did start to get a little bit more open to stuff, but by the time that happened, everybody was kicking his ass. But yeah, there was a time when there really wasn't any. There was a time when there really wasn't any curl sliding, really, and we basically just had to figure everything out on our own. There is another reason why people don't really like try to make tutorials on movement, and it's that in this game, movement is very, very, like, I guess you could call it in a certain way personal. Not in the sense that, like, people don't want to share their movement, but the thing is that everybody has different movement. Every single person does things differently in this game because everybody has different, like, spacings of, like, their movement, of, like, their inputs, their movement, their curl sliding, their whatever, what they're comfortable with, what they're not comfortable with. I don't know if you would call it a different technique, because everybody is kind of doing the same thing. But they're doing the same thing slightly differently. Like, I mean, for example, there's different ways to zigzag. There's kinda 3 different ways to zigzag, though that is actually a technique. Me and Dust use wrist zigzagging usually. So, like, you know, you would get me and him and Saboom as well. You would have a different kind of, like, zigzag. So we actually zigzag way more. When you try to zigzag NSS, you go all over the place and usually die. Yeah, it takes a while. So, like, say here, I'm using my wrist and my elbow, which I have propped on my leg right now. And I'm just moving my wrist back and forth. That's wrist zigzagging. And then there's, like, wrist and thumb, which is this. I'm just using my wrist and my thumb, moving that back and forth. No, actually, it doesn't hurt that much. Um, uh, the wrist and thumb hurts because you're moving your thumb and your wrist at the same time. It sucks. And then there's what Crash 1 people do, and I think Boom Fan also does, which is literally just they're using their fucking, like, thumbs. That hurts. That hurts a lot. I do that when I'm going sideways. So, like, right there, I'm using, when I'm doing longer zigzags, I usually do, wrist and thumb. Usually. Hey, Doom. Like, right there, that's wrist and thumb. But when I'm just using my, like... Ah, puta madre. I actually have to, how White Paws holds his controller, it looks awkward as fuck. I hold the controller like a normal person. I mean, the only difference is that I sit Indian style, or I mean, however you want to call it, cross-legged. So like my arms are actually propped onto my leg. Or on my thighs. So like I more or less have a little bit of support when I have a little bit of support that allows me to do what allows me to kind of like more easily use my wrist and elbow and stuff. I had to do it that way. I gotta hurry the absolute fuck up. Why did you do that? That probably cost me the gem. Nope. But I mean, otherwise, I'm pretty much just holding my controller like a normal person. There's no weird grips. Nope, too far left. The the idea um the idea with this kind of stuff is that you really should be looking for a way to make sure that you're not hurting yourself, so that way you can maximize like the maximize the quality without sacrifice, or while also minimizing the effort at the same time. It's kind of the same with musicians, where it's mostly just like you learn techniques to be able to kind of like more efficiently do the things that you need to do or without having to sacrifice your health. Oh, it dropped my jump. Okay, that was weird. Because at the end of the day, like, nobody wants to, like, hurt themselves while playing a video game. Or while doing, like, a sport or, like, anything. But if you just do the things and kind of, like, eventually, push yourself a little bit too hard, you can eventually end up hurting yourself, like, you know, getting things like tendonitis or whatever. I heard of a Smash player that, actually, like, he fucked up his hand so much that there was literally no more cartilage. Actually, interestingly, if anybody here actually follows classic Tetris, oof, that's gotta suck. Well, if anybody knows anything about classic Tetris, you might know of the new technique that's been making the rounds that they're calling rolling. I mean, it's a really weird roll, but essentially it allows you to get higher than like 20 hertz mashing without having genetic superiority or like superior like muscles. Did I just now return to the game? Yes, I did. Also, hey, Smegosrinik. Smegosrinik. I think my PB is actually 7 years old at this point. Of course, we all know why I stopped playing. I just kind of decided, you know, there's no point in dwelling on the past when it was a mistake that I'm never going to make again, I guess. I don't know. And plus, I also found out that a lot of the reasons why I even had so many issues over the past couple of years wasn't even that. It was the treatment I got in the Sonic community after the fact. And that treatment was also unrelated because it was happening before any of that even happened. It was just that I was being taken advantage of because I was in a state where it was very easy to kind of just do bullshit without me realizing it. Because, I mean, I just end up blaming myself. People figured that out pretty easily. You ever listen to me talk enough, you might hear some horror stories that you definitely did not think ever really happened in speedrunning. Manipulators are the ruin of modern society. You sure modern society is just a... Are you sure it's not just society in general? Well, see, the interesting thing is that when I came back to the Sonic community and then like I left it late last year after Break the Record live for SADX because of like I was there were some interesting things that happened and I kind of realized certain things and I was just like, look, man. Though I didn't say it like this. I just said, look, man, like if you moderators don't stop, bad things are going to happen and you're going to cause the community to self-destruct. And then they were basically like, no, fuck you, man. And then, well, they basically just like, a whole bunch of stuff happened. And then, you know, I ended up leaving. Because I was so pissed off, I was so done with being treated like shit. I was hated by the entire community, which I worked really hard to fix that. Who figured out NSS movement? Actually no, but I was the first person to implement NSS movement. Me and Dust were the pioneers in NSS movement. I'll finish what I was saying, and then I'll explain a little more in depth. So what happened was that, I think it was a week ago, the people who were the moderators with Sonic Adventure DX ended up all voluntarily quitting because of some kind of, like, exchange between them and the community during community races. And, yeah, they ended up just completely quitting. And I saw that, you know, I heard it from a friend, and then I was just like, I fucking told you so. In fact, technically, I had been saying that shit for 7 fucking years. But nobody listened to me. But I mean, I'm not coming back to that hellhole. So I mean, like, yeah. I'll enjoy the happiness, and I hope that whatever takes its place isn't anywhere near as bad. Okay, now that I'm done saying that, now that I'm done saying that, I don't remember who exactly figured out Zigzag NSS. I think it was theorized by Dust. Like ages, at least half a year or so before, like, anybody even tried it. And then I was the person, at the time I was thinking, like, yeah, Zigzag NSS. I meant Zigzag NSS. So, like, I think Dust had theorized it at the time. Because it's like, well, we zigzag, why not, we could probably do it while NSSing as well. And nothing really came out of it, exactly. He may have been practicing it in secret. At the time I was saying like, oh yeah, I'm going to master both like, both like D-pad and analog. And then I saw, oh hey, well, just another movement technique that I could probably work on and master. So the zigzag technique that is used, or the zigzag NSS technique that was used by Stewart and Super Boom Fan, that was the very first time where someone was actually doing like zigzag NSS in runs, and that kind of zigzagging was first done by me in runs. Then people started picking up on it. Afterwards, Dust also started doing zigzag NSS in runs. So I'm not sure if there's any specific person who actually found it didn't. No. No, 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 no. Kalibo didn't even curl slide until he had like a 113. Who found normal NSS? Probably Bean. Yeah, me and Dust were doing zigzag NSSs before Kalibo was even curl sliding, if that gives you an idea. Shit, the other funny thing was that Stewart wasn't even, like, curl sliding until I taught him how to curl slide. Like, I sat down with him, and, like, I yelled at him and was like, okay, you do this, this, I don't get it. You do this, I don't get it. You do this, I don't get it. And then, eventually, it clicked for him. And then he basically, like, went on to fucking take the world record for Hundo. And for no-go. It was kind of funny. And then, once Kalibo had, like, a decent time, he actually started implementing some curl sliding. I don't remember if he did zigzag NSS. Because, I mean, it's been too many years. But he did have some of the best movement out there. I mean, people have said that my movement was really good back then, but honestly, I don't see it. You know, especially looking at Boomfan and stuff, like, Boomfan's movement's actually really good. Dust's movement was also always, like, pretty close to top tier. It's just Dust never had any consistency to be able to really get runs out. But with that being said, he still easily had the potential to be the best runner. And in my opinion, he's done the most for the game, at least at least at the time that he and I were running back in 2015, because he did a lot of cycle analysis, a lot of strat stuff. Once Dust said that he's easily the most consistent runner. Yeah, he said that. And honestly, he's probably what he meant by that was that if he were to go for the consistent strats, he probably was the most consistent at the time. I wouldn't doubt that. But he would always go for really hard strats. So, like, that kind of screwed with his consistency. And then, of course, the zigzag and SS probably also screwed a lot with his actual consistency. But back then, like, the ideas of consistency were Bean and Sword. Crash 2 history is interesting. There was this one time which was awful, by the way, and this is like when the Crash community was going through a bit of a transitional period. What am I doing? The Crash community was going through its transitional period, picking up a lot of, like, Spyro runners. And just, like, new runners in general. And, so, at the time, you know, there was Kalibo, he was running on emulator, not console. Sword had the record. But everybody knew Kalibo was better than Sword, including Sword. And Sword has his own community. I don't really need to kind of, like, point that out. And, you know, since he's from Mario Kart Wii and shit. But because Sword had his community, and then there was the newer people coming into the Crash community, one of the things that happened was people were fighting, like saying, Kalibo deserves the record. He deserves the record. He should have the record. But he's running on emulator. But he's running on emulator. Sword currently has the record. But Kalibo's better. But blah, 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 blah. And nobody liked it. Not a single fucking person. But the drama was really bad, and it was actually affecting Sword a lot. I forget when that was. That might have been like mid 2014, early 2015. But it was really sad because nobody who actually ran Crash 2 would deny that Kalibo's better. But at the same time, nobody would, you know, just kind of outright say that Sword was just a shit runner because blah blah blah, because he uses analog, which is inferior, or he runs on console, so that's the only reason why he has the record, blah blah blah. Nobody actually who ran the game, who was important enough to cared about that stuff. But the community did care. The greater community, which clashed with Sword's community. And back then, the Crash community was still kind of in its own, like, cliques. Like, you know, you had the Crash 2 people. No, Kalibo got the console because, because he wanted to get the console. And then he did a couple runs, he got his run, and then, I really don't know what the hell he did. He fucked off. He's still around, he's just not speedrunning anymore. Yo, what's up? So, I mean, like, it's interesting. It's interesting because, like, you have... Oh yeah, he's lurking. He's lurking in Discords, not really streams. Another kind of, like, interesting thing that's, like, there initially really was not much drama in the Crash community. Back in, like, 2014, 2015. There was a lot of, like, cliques. You know, you had Crashport. Everybody loved Crashport. They were the popular people. Just interesting because there was no reason why they were popular. They just were. And then, you know, there were the people that ran specific games. You know, there was the Crash 2 people, which consisted mainly of me, Dust, Brando. There were the Mario Kart Wii people, which would be Bean, Sword, Back to Quack, Mastoise. And the interesting thing is that almost all of the Mario Kart runners were also analog people. Yeah, more people. And then my whole GDQ shenanigans really didn't help. And probably is what really caused people to just stay away from the Crash community. Probably. I'm sure some people still hold it against me, and I wouldn't be very surprised. But I mean, like, the communities that did grow, which would be the Crash Insane Trilogy community, created a huge amount of drama for no fucking reason. Like, there was some damn drama about some dude who wanted to mod his, who wanted to mod Crash's pants to be more like, give Crash's pants like a brand for his stream, so that way he would have some kind of brand. And then, of course, it was like the whole community is like, are you serious? It's fucking modding. Why would you do that? And then J-Hobbs comes in, and then he's like, oh yeah, this is rich coming from people who, said who, like, you know, always are toxic to people, and it's like, not really. I mean, sometimes they're harsh, but they're never really toxic. Usually, they actually have reasons for some of the things that they say. And then, I was brought up. Yeah, and then he left the Discord, but I was brought up. I still have that log, by the way. Because it's like, I mean, first of all, it's like, J-Hobbs should not have brought that up. Though, I mean, even if that was public information, I would just get demonized again. And so would the Crash community, and that would just be bad. He brought up my GDQ run, yeah, he did. He said, well, this is, I mean, considering you guys still defend that guy that you should have just, like, removed from the community entirely instead of, like, continuing to associate with him. But anybody who knows me knows, if I saw that, that would have hurt, like, pretty bad. I mean, nowadays, if you went and say that, I would tell you, go eat shit. And the guy's a fucking public figure. In terms of, like, speedrunning, he's a fucking public figure. He has an image to uphold. And he went and did this shit. And nobody knows about the stuff that he did in the Kingdom Hearts community as well. Which I don't fully remember, but there's some dirt on this guy. There's actual dirt on this guy. If you look into, like, his history and how people have, like, felt about him, you'll see that he was almost universally hated. Kind of weird that GDQ took him. But, yeah. Far be it from me, because as soon as I bring up anything... Oh, and also, the whole reason why he even brought that up in the first place, was because, way back, I think it was the GDQ a couple months before, it was a couple months before that, he kind of promised Rico that Rico would be on the couch for NST, and then, like, until Rico actually, like, said or asked him about it, a couple days before GDQ, he was like, oh yeah, I'm not comfortable with it. And I called him out for it on Twitter, and said that's disrespectful, you shouldn't be fucking doing that. That's probably the whole reason why he brought me up in the first place, was because I called him out for that. So yeah, that happened. I got stories, man. I got a lot of stories. Most of them are bad. Some of them were some of the stories were caused by me, or some of the things were caused by me. Some of the things were unfortunate happenings, and some of them were by people who are complete pieces of shit. That's actually a genuine split. That is actually a genuine split. I'll just go by the thing that's here, I guess. Even though I probably would be doing totally fly. Against you. It's not because of the suicide jokes. It wasn't because of the suicide jokes. If it were because of the if it were because of the suicide jokes, then like, I mean, honestly, I would be more memed on. It was because of that's what a lot of people think, but the reason why it even blowed up, or the reason why it blew up in the first place, was because of the joke at the end. That's the whole reason why. GDQ's response, and that was the whole reason why. And I actually didn't even know about this until, like, last year, I think. There was a mass shooting pretty soon before, or literally just before that. So, like, yeah, I found that out, and I was like, okay, yeah, their response does make a little more sense. But, that's the whole reason why it was an actual problem. People would have been upset. People would have been upset at me, but it would have died down very quickly. But GDQ made it very public, and I mean, they also banned me from Twitch as well. I refused to take interviews because, I mean, I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want anybody to fucking, like, talk to me about it and exploit me for views. Why the fuck would I want to do that? The handling was bad. It was very bad. And, I mean, if you know anything about Clage, you know, the guy that, like... You know, the guy that, like... The GDQ guy that has a whole bunch of, like, dirt on him saying a whole bunch of stuff. He did yell at me publicly. And publicly humiliated me afterwards. It's not like, you know, they took me into a room and they said, like, hey, look, man, that's not what you're supposed to do. That's bullshit. You're getting banned from this stuff. No, I got yelled at publicly. You know, they threatened security on me if I ever came down there. They gave me no chance to talk. Especially because it was in a public space. And, you know, the guy had the gall to say, like, if you need help, we can help you. We have people for that. After saying all that stuff. While yelling at me, by the way. And you might wonder, why did it take so long for me to even, like, want to talk about that publicly or on my stream? I could have, like, you know, maybe given people some dirt on this bastard. I didn't, because I honestly don't want the attention. I've moved on. And honestly, if I see more cringe compilations of me just because of that, I probably would be annoyed as shit. I don't really like publicity all that much. Which I know, like, almost everybody goes to GDQ to get popular. The only reason, which this is probably going to blow people's minds. First of all, I submitted no-go as a meme. They banned me on Twitch. I came back because of the reason I was told I was banned, which was to protect me from the masses. That was the official statement given to me specifically. And I talked a lot with RomScout, who also worked with GDQ back in the days. He's a Twitch admin or was part of Twitch staff. He might not be anymore, I don't know. But back then he was Twitch staff and he was SGDQ staff. And I had been giving him back and forths on Twitter, you know, trying to get some answers, you know, like, hey, what's going on, blah, 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 like, why was I banned, is there anything I could do to get unbanned, and basically what he told me was it was to protect me from the masses. That's what was said. And then, like, I was like, hey, look, would it be okay if I get unbanned? Like, I mean, if it's to protect me from the masses, there's no need to do that anymore. And, I mean, yeah, eventually, after I, like, you know, pestered him, I got unbanned. But I was still IP banned. And I could tell you right now, I was feeling really fucking bad because, like, about a month later, I was like, hey, look, I really don't want to use this, like, VPN stuff. I just want to watch my streams. I don't really care about streaming. Can I just please be able to watch my shit? And I felt so fucking bad because that took like 2 months of pestering him. And I mean, like, it was just like, well, shit. And then eventually I was just using chatty, but the stream delay was like 40 seconds. Back then, on Twitch, it was 20 seconds, which, by the way, they actually moved it back to 40. Which was stupid up until Beam came out. But yeah, the reason why I'm back on Twitch is because, like, their reasoning wasn't to keep me banned permanently. It was a temp ban. It was supposed to be a temp ban that they never, like, rose. And I mean, honestly, if they came back and then they saw, oh, hey, well, yeah, he should be banned, like, go ahead. Go ahead. Ban me again. I'm just gonna move to YouTube. Just go ahead. Ban me. I'm not gonna fight it. I don't give a shit. And with the way this platform is going, the only reason why I'm even still streaming on this damn platform is because people that I know are on here. And they would rather use Twitch than use YouTube. But, like, I give no fucks about this damn platform anymore. Like, you wanna do dumb shit to me, you wanna do dumb shit to all these other people, it's like, you know, you ban me, I just don't give a shit. Like, I mean, it's like I said, I'm over it. Yeah, the quality options is really nice. I don't like the delay that much, and it's not very user-friendly, but, like, YouTube is better quality-wise, and it's also better, like, for quality options. So people with connections that aren't so good are okay. I mean, shit, that's why I dual stream. Is because, like, YouTube's quality options, and also, of course, of course, there's, you know, all the stuff that I said before. But I mean, at this point in time, like, how many years has it been? Ah, fuck! Like, how many years has it been? There's no point. There's no point in me caring about it anymore. So I mean, like, yeah, literally, as long as, you know, you're not being disrespectful, I really do not give a shit if you ask me things. Honestly, I have been like this for a while. If someone just innocently asks me, you know, like, hey, what the hell happened? I'll tell them straight up. Because, I mean, the thing is there's no point in me shying away from that when I'm basically over it. Actually, there's only been 2 people that have actually legitimately been rude enough to me to where I just refuse to talk to them about it. To be fair, one guy was actually, like, blitzed out of his fucking mind, I guess. He said, like, he was fucking, like, high as a fucking kite, so he didn't really, you know, I guess he said he didn't really have that much control, but he was still rude to me, so, like, yeah. And then the other guy, which actually, I was playing Destiny with him and his friends for a bit. Big mistake, because I actually ruined my experience of Destiny 2. And then I did eventually go on and play with my actual friends, which we stopped playing, which kind of sucks, but I mean, you know, most of the reason why we even started was because, like, we all needed something to do during the pandemic. So, I mean, why not just go and play a video game that we're all playing and it's pretty much free to play content? No! Damn it! Hey, Mohaf. So, I mean, that whole thing, that whole GDQ thing was part of the reason why I, was part of the whole reason why I actually, like, didn't come back to this game. The other reason was because of the whole, like, Crash, not the Crash community, the Sonic community, treated me like a lot of shit, or treated me like a, just shit. So, when I, like, puta madre, when you have people who basically make you feel like you should always be disgusted with yourself in a time where, people will be, where like you are vulnerable enough to go like that, you know, think like that, where you should be disgusted with yourself. Yeah, they made everything much worse, because anybody who was around 2015 knows that I wasn't necessarily, like, fully gone. I was still around. I was just kind of, you know, making sure I wasn't too public because of embarrassment. and anxiety and shit. But somewhere in 2016, you would notice that there's like basically it's just radio silence because I stayed so far away from everything. Because that was when I was basically like pushed out of the Sonic community because everybody hated me. And what made that worse was that I was the one who me and some other guy were the guys who actually made the Sonic leaderboards. Actually, a lot of the Sonic leaderboards that was set up specifically by me because the other guy didn't want to do it. And I just basically put people in place who I would think, well, I mean, they probably care about the game. They're not going to make too many like bad decisions, and they have good times and shit. So it's like, why not? Yeah, a lot of stuff happened in 2016, and I was pushed completely out of the Sonic community. I dropped my series mod. The whole reason why I dropped my SADX mod in 2016 was actually like, this is actually bullshit, by the way. In Sonic Adventure DX, we had a rule of that makes a lot of sense, you know. No cheats allowed. Makes sense. But people were using the All Stories Unlocked cheat, and then it was told to me, specifically to me, like, you know, these people started using these runs. And then I was just like, wait, what? No, that's against the rules. Okay, let me go and, like, tell these people. So I went and I publicly called them out, saying, hey, look, your runs are going to be invalid, blah, blah, blah. Just make sure to do another run. And then it's like, oh, I wasn't told. And then I got mobbed. To the point where, until I said, okay, look, we'll grandfather the runs in, then people stopped. About a month later, the rest of the mods come back, and then they make a statement saying, hey, look, we're undoing everything. No grandfathering, all your runs are invalid. And then I got chat on. They made a new Skype group specifically to discuss this stuff as well. And you know what the most bullshit thing is? I was the one that came back and asked for forgiveness. I was the one to come in and ask for forgiveness. I didn't ask for an apology because I blamed myself for that stuff. And I thought that, you know, hey, look, like, Shane Kills, Dr. Minus, they were really good friends to me. You know, things were rough. I want to patch things up. Yeah, guess what happened very late last year? Shane basically pulled the same fucking shit. Which, I mean, interestingly enough, he also admitted to me in voice, by the way, never by text, that he was the one that, or he actually, like, caused a lot of the stuff that caused me to initially be, like, kicked out of the community and whatnot. Dropped my mod. But there's no evidence of that. I got a lot of stories, man. A lot of stories like that. And, you know, a couple of years ago, I wouldn't talk about that, or actually, no, even a couple months ago, I would refuse to talk about this stuff because it's like, hey, man, I still kind of care about like the Sonic community and stuff like that. I no longer care. Like, I'll just talk about it specifically in the fucking open. I don't give a shit anymore. And anybody who, and this is just a disclaimer, anybody can try to refute that stuff. But here's the thing, I have the receipts, I have the evidence of a lot of the stuff that happened in those things. If you want to tell me that I'm wrong because you just disagree with the sentiment, well, that's good on you. I've got the evidence and you have no evidence, so. So before anybody says that I'm like trying to make somebody look bad because I don't like them, I'm just saying that. I feel I shouldn't have, I don't need to, but at the same time, say if there's anybody from the Sonic community that's like trying to say, oh yeah, it's G-Pro, he's spouting his fucking lies again. I want to just make that very fucking clear. Because these people are stupid enough to do that kind of shit. But yeah, I think that's enough of me ranting. And now I'm just gonna say the same fucking thing that I said before. The whole reason why, like, I just left it with the paste bin and that was it. Same thing with the GDQ thing. I just don't want to have the conflict or the drama or anything. But I am saying this stuff of like, don't fucking just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. I'm not gonna do anything to anybody who's not, like, you know, actively trying to do something to me, specifically. Shit, I might rant on Twitter, but that's about it. Which I have been doing recently. This is just going on Twitter and either ranting about some dumb shit or talking about me and how my studies are going in Japanese. Damn. Go, 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 Crash, go, you can do it. I believe in you. I missed! I know what crates I missed. Man, I was about to restart the level. Shit! Good thing I didn't. Oh, see, this is actually why I appreciate the older Crash community. And why I have appreciated some parts of the what's it called, why I have appreciated some parts of the Halo community. Because at the very least, like, except for Halo 2, like, people really haven't been bad. Maybe a little annoying, but when I say I've been through some shit, and why I would tolerate some kind of community that maybe a little bit mean, like the Crash community or the Halo community or the older Halo community. Anybody who basically just listened to my entire rant, now you know. Now you know why I'm so tolerant of, like, or why I've been so tolerant of, like, certain communities, despite the fact that I probably shouldn't have. But of course, like, if I feel I have a duty to make sure that I shouldn't talk about something for the greater good, I will just not talk about it. Yeah, I'm gonna sub 130 at least. I could just skip that guy, but it's, I mean, it's whatever. Pick that up real quick. Damn, it really do be like that sometimes. Honestly, sometimes I am kind of what's the word, like, I have found it interesting that, like, nobody's actually, like, tried to, you know, take some of the stuff I've said recently, you know, since, like, I no longer, like, hide a lot of the stuff. That nobody's, like, actually made a, or tried to tell somebody, like, Easyscape or something, like, oh, look at this guy, blah, 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 blah. Which, honestly, I'm glad about, since that publicity would be a headache for me. And I mean, I've also specifically said, I'd rather keep this stuff out of the full, like, public view, especially not in the hands of Easyscape, because you all know what Easyscape would do. He would basically make that a big thing, and then he would either demonize me, demonize GDQ, and do some kind of bullshit with the narrative, just so he could get more views and more money, which I can't really say I blame him, because it's just YouTubing, like, reporting on YouTube in a fucking nutshell. There's very few people who don't do that, but still. I mean, shit, last March he made a cringe compilation. He watched a cringe compilation of people in SGDQ. Again. Actually, there was a point in time where, I was thinking about, like, talking to somebody like Easyscape to see if I could finally clear my head. You know, just get my stuff out there, but then I kind of realized it's not really what I want to do. Because all that's going to do is just bring negativity, do some other bullshit. At least it's going to be sub. Damn, I missed the second Cortex hit. It's the same with the Glade shit. Like, I'm not doing that because I don't want the fucking publicity.
No!
Huh.
You haven't seen the last of me, Crash Bandicoot.
129. Thanks, Danza. Ah.
Crash, what do you suppose happened to Cortex? And what about the Cortex Vortex? It's still up there.
$129 isn't that bad of a time, especially for like a D-Rust. Okay. Of course, I'm done for the day. I apologize if people were annoyed by me ranting and saying all this shit. I completely understand if that's the case. Because, I mean, I wouldn't really blame anybody for that. Yes, world record. Of course it's world record. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna check to see if there's anybody to host. Is there anybody to host? Anybody running Crash? That's not me. Ooh, Wed's doing Okami. Seclusive. I don't want to pick any. I don't want to pick any. Okay. You guys can go watch Wed if you want. I'm gonna head out for the day. I appreciate everybody stopping by, blah blah blah, you know. Sorry if my ranting annoyed you or bothered you. I appreciate it if you found some of the shit I was saying interesting, blah 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 blah, blah whatever. Thank you. I cannot say when I will be back, but I will be back.